Have you ever felt that you are just a secondary character in the movie of your own life? Watching from the corner while others take the center stage? I want to offer you a reflection based on the principles of Stoicism, a philosophy that promotes resilience and self-awareness in the face of difficulties. Throughout my career, I have noticed that many people, possibly like you, struggle to adapt and thrive in new or challenging conditions. I have witnessed hidden tears in the solitude of a bathroom and have personally experienced the frustration of feeling like you are not part of something greater. However, here is the encouraging part. Just as I have helped many find their place and be appreciated, I am here to help you wherever you are in the world. Embrace these techniques that will not only ease your integration, but also make you a priority for others. Without further delay, let's explore these transformative techniques together, which will help you weather any storm and confidently secure your place in any port. First, know that people tend to value less what is always available to them, since they perceive it as less valuable. This happens because what is easily accessible seems less desirable. On the contrary, when someone shows restraint or selectivity in their attention, we tend to consider them more attractive and valuable. This is because mystery and curiosity prompt us to make more effort to achieve what we desire. Blaise Pascal, the French philosopher, claimed that the value of things depends on the effort required to obtain them, emphasizing that what is harder to reach is usually more valued. Don't always be the one to initiate communication. Let others seek you first. Respond to messages and calls in a timely manner, but not immediately. Give a little time before replying to create anticipation. After communicating with others, don't always be available and avoid sharing too much personal information right away. In the depths of our consciousness, there is a fundamental need to understand and be understood. This drive to seek answers is part of our nature, but it is important to remember that the ability to ask questions is fundamental to self-knowledge and emotional management. Stoics teach us that life is a continuous exercise in self-control and discernment. Seneca, in his letters to Lucilius, urges us to constantly evaluate our actions and thoughts. He asserts that many know how to live well, but few live as they know. This perspective invites us to reflect on the finiteness of life and the importance of living with purpose and clarity. By asking ourselves questions, we foster a mindset of curiosity and openness. Instead of constantly seeking external validation, we find strength in our ability to introspect, continually questioning our judgments. If something external disturbs you, he suggests that the pain does not come from the object itself, but from your perception of it, and this perception you can change at any moment. Secondly, it is advised not to always be at the disposal of others. Maintaining a certain emotional distance and limiting your availability can benefit your interpersonal relationships and self-esteem. This is because constant availability may give the impression that your time and presence are less valuable. From a philosophical perspective, delving into the nature of freedom and personal autonomy, Albert Camus reflected on the freedom of spirit and action, emphasizing that true freedom is not perceived passively, but lies in the ability to make your own choices and be available to yourself. In this context, availability should not be viewed as an obligation to others, but as a conscious decision that reflects recognition of your own value and respect for your personal time. Modern psychology emphasizes the importance of setting healthy boundaries. Always being available may signal problems in setting personal boundaries. According to attachment theory, people with secure attachment styles are able to regulate their emotions flexibly and openly, which allows them to be emotionally available without compromising their well-being. Therefore, Availability must be balanced and should not compromise a person's ability to care for themselves and meet their own needs. Thus, refraining from constantly initiating communication is an exercise in self-control and strength, reminding us that our inner peace should not depend on the presence or absence of others, but on our ability to ask questions and understand our own emotions and motivations. By becoming experts in the art of questioning, we not only get to know ourselves better, but also learn to authentically appreciate silence and the presence of another. As Seneca said, "No wind will be favorable for the one who does not know where he is heading." Awareness of our path begins with the right question, which allows us to cultivate a life with purpose, balance, and genuine connection. Moreover, excessive availability can create a context of dependency, which in the long run may be harmful to personal growth and interpersonal relationships. It is important to develop the ability to effectively handle and resolve conflicts rather than avoid them through constant availability. Philosophy also reminds us of the importance of self-awareness and warns against losing ourselves in caring for others. As Thales of Miletus warned, to know oneself is the hardest task, while to criticize others is the easiest. Third, maintain a certain level of mystery. Mystery is a powerful tool that can be used to attract attention and maintain the interest of others. When we reveal everything about ourselves right away, we become predictable and less engaging. By keeping some things hidden, we leave room for the imagination and curiosity of others, which motivates people to want to learn more about us and uncover our secrets. Aristotle, the Greek philosopher, mentioned that pleasure lies in mystery, emphasizing that mystery is an important component in creating attraction and desire. How can one be more mysterious? First, do not reveal all your personal information immediately. Let people get to know you gradually. Don't be available all the time. Make time for yourself and your interests. Avoid revealing all your plans and goals right away. Allow others to be surprised by your achievements. Use body language and facial expressions that retain some ambiguity. Not showing too much openness or being too withdrawn while maintaining a mysterious smile that doesn't reveal too much can be especially captivating. Maintaining mystery does not mean being distant or dishonest, but rather creating a sense of intrigue and excitement in your interactions with others. This allows them to invest in you both emotionally and professionally. This investment is not only about economic aspects, but also time, attention, and emotional resources. As Abraham Maslow, the humanist psychologist, suggested, if the only tool you have is a hammer, you will be inclined to see every problem as a nail. This metaphor highlights the need for cognitive flexibility and the ability to adapt to different contexts to unlock our potential. People tend to value more what they have invested in, known as the effort justification effect. Therefore, by allowing others to invest in us, we increase their perception of our value. It is important to present ourselves as people with potential, demonstrating skills and talents, and also adopting a position that encourages investment. This can be achieved through effective communication, building relationships, and showing value to others as a form of virtuous living. In a modern context, this means being someone who enriches the lives of others, which in turn motivates people to invest in us. René Descartes, with his Cartesian doubt, proposed that we should pay attention to both aspects in order to be valuable to others. In conclusion, to be a priority and allow others to invest in us. It is necessary to develop and demonstrate our value in ways that resonate with the interests and needs of those around us. Fifth, it is extremely important to prioritize your own interests. Giving others a clear sense of self-respect, which in turn increases the respect others have for you. On the other hand, Constantly sacrificing your own needs for the sake of others can send a signal of low self-esteem, which may lead others to take you for granted and not give you the attention you deserve. Benjamin Franklin once argued that the best way to predict the future is to create it. This statement emphasizes that by taking control of your life and prioritizing your interests, you can shape a future where you are valued and respected. It is important to know how to say no to what doesn't interest or exhausts you. Don't feel obligated to please everyone and set healthy boundaries in your relationships. This will make you a more decisive and in-control person. Prioritizing your own interests is not an act of selfishness. It's self-care to become the best version of yourself. Sixth, it is important not to make others the center of your life. In the pursuit of healthy and balanced interpersonal relationships, it is essential to avoid emotional dependence, as this can lead to a decrease in self-esteem and a decline in personal well-being. Carl Rogers, a well-known psychologist, said that the curious paradox is that when I accept myself just as I am, then I can change. This highlights that self-knowledge and self-acceptance are fundamental for personal development and creating healthy relationships with others. Ancient philosophers also emphasized the importance of this principle, saying that the hardest thing is to know oneself, while the easiest is to speak ill of others. This reflection highlights the importance of introspection and personal growth before judging or depending on others. Furthermore, it is necessary to establish healthy boundaries and maintain a clear individuality within relationships to support personal well-being. Seventh, create a sense of value by being less available. The fear of loss is a strong motivator for a person. When we think we might lose something valuable, we naturally take action to prevent it. This is because, as humans, we dislike losing and value more what we perceive as rare. The existentialist Jean-Paul Sartre expressed that man is condemned to be free, because once he appears in the world, he bears responsibility for all his actions. This statement underscores that we have the power to choose our actions and our destiny. How can you make someone fear losing you? Don't be available all the time. Spend time on your interests, and don't reveal all your personal information immediately. Let the person get to know you gradually. Show confidence and independence. Don't rely on others for your happiness or recognition. A bit of light-hearted flirting with others can make the person appreciate your presence more, feeling a slight threat of loss. Remind the other person of what they might lose if you're not around, by emphasizing your positive qualities and the good things you bring to their life. Using the fear of loss should not be seen as a tactic of manipulation or control, but as a way to create a sense of urgency and motivate the other person to value your presence in their life. However, it is important to be sincere and genuine in your interactions. If you try to be someone you are not, the other person will likely sense it, and the strategy will fail. Use this approach moderately. If used excessively, you may come across as arrogant or needy. Eighth, build your own happiness. Happiness is cultivated through practices such as gratitude, mindfulness, and developing meaningful social connections. For example, keeping a gratitude journal helps you focus on the positive aspects of your life, while mindfulness allows you to experience the present moment more deeply and consciously. In addition, strengthening and maintaining strong interpersonal relationships contributes to a sense of well-being and satisfaction. Philosophers such as Aristotle reflected on happiness, considering it the highest goal of human life, achievable through virtue and contemplation. According to Aristotle, happiness lies in the wise combination of goodness, virtue, and reflection. Psychologists such as Carl Rogers emphasize the importance of self-acceptance as a fundamental step towards change and personal growth, arguing that the curious paradox is that when I accept myself, I can change. These views teach us that happiness is not a passive state, but an active result of our actions and relationships. It is important to remember that happiness is a dynamic process, and each person has the power to influence their own life experience. By integrating these practices and reflections into your daily life, you can start building a solid foundation for personal happiness, becoming a priority on your path to well-being. Furthermore, prioritizing your own happiness makes you more attractive due to the independence of your actions and the perception of you as a role model who can achieve happiness through your own efforts. Ninth, show generosity. Generosity is revealed when we share our resources, both material and non-material, with those around us. This noble act not only brings deep personal satisfaction and increases our happiness, but it also makes us more attractive in the eyes of others. A famous philosopher wisely said that true poverty lies not in the lack of possessions, but in excessive desire. Selfless giving, offering what we have, and helping those in need are the pillars of generosity. This altruistic act benefits not only the recipients, but also improves the well-being of the giver, boosting their self-esteem, confidence, gratitude, and joy. Generosity nurtures friendships and romantic relationships because it reflects a spirit of kindness, selflessness, empathy, and solidarity. Those who practice generosity tend to have a broader network of friends and deeper, more satisfying relationships due to their ability to give and receive, to listen and show care. Generosity does not only involve the giving of material goods. It also includes sharing your time, attention, affection, advice, and recognition, which can have a significant impact on the lives of others. Being generous is essentially an expression of love and respect for others and a way to establish strong and lasting bonds. Aristotle emphasized that friendships based on mutual respect and goodwill were the highest form of human connection. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, also highlighted the importance of generosity in his reflections, stating that no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Generosity, according to Stoicism, is not just about grand gestures, but about consistently acting in ways that benefit others. This attitude builds trust, deepens emotional connections, and contributes to a more harmonious and compassionate society. Generosity enriches both the giver and the receiver. As modern psychological research suggests, acts of kindness trigger the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which enhance mood and increase feelings of satisfaction. Generous people tend to have higher levels of life satisfaction and overall happiness. This happens because generosity fosters positive relationships and strengthens emotional ties, contributing to a more fulfilling and enriched life. Furthermore, generosity is a reflection of inner confidence and security. When we give without expecting anything in return, we demonstrate that we are self-sufficient and capable of sharing our abundance, whether it be emotional, material, or spiritual. This act of giving not only benefits others, but also enhances our own sense of purpose and fulfillment. It is important to note that generosity should be practiced in a balanced manner, not as a means of gaining approval or manipulating others, but as an authentic expression of care and empathy. Aristotle's concept of the golden mean applies here. Generosity should be practiced in moderation, avoiding both excessive self-sacrifice and selfishness. 10th, it is crucial to protect your own well-being while helping others. Generosity must be grounded in self-respect and personal boundaries. If you consistently give at the expense of your own well-being, you risk burnout and resentment, which can damage both your health and relationships. Therefore, while it is important to give and help others, it is equally important to ensure that your own needs are met so you can continue to give from a place of abundance rather than depletion. In conclusion, practicing generosity, setting boundaries, and valuing your own happiness are interconnected. A person who knows how to balance these elements will not only lead a more fulfilling and meaningful life, but will also become more attractive and valuable to others. Generosity, when practiced authentically, strengthens relationships, builds trust, and fosters a deep sense of connection with those around you. Finally, becoming a priority in the lives of others starts with becoming a priority in your own life. By caring for your physical and mental health, developing your interests and goals, and surrounding yourself with people who bring positivity and value into your life, you will naturally attract respect and admiration. Self-love makes you more attractive to others and allows you to build healthy and meaningful relationships. In addition, being a good listener is extremely important. People appreciate those who listen to them attentively and with empathy. Engage in conversations by asking interesting questions, sharing your experiences, and attentively listening to the responses of others. Also, show loyalty, reliability, and understanding in your romantic relationships. Be affectionate, attentive, and respectful. By following these recommendations, you will be able to deepen your connections with others and increase your chances of becoming a priority in their lives. Thank you for watching this video. Like it if you enjoyed it, and I hope these tips will be useful to you. Share this video with those who might benefit from it, and leave your opinion in the comments. Wisdom must be shared to flourish. Write in the comments, "I am a Stoic," and I will know that you watched until the end. Now, choose the path of Stoicism, right or left. I have 2 Stoic videos that you will enjoy. See you next time.